This was me. This is what I used to look like. And I am not attractive by any means. I mean, now I'm an absolute specimen of a man. I'm the pinnacle of male attractiveness right now. But I wasn't always like that. I used to look a bit like Sloth off the Goonies, and I wasn't very confident. I didn't like the way that I looked. I was pretty insecure. I couldn't speak to women. I didn't like what I was doing, how I was looking, how I was interacting with the world. So I wanted to change that. There is literally a study that shows that people that are more attractive make more money. How insane is that, bro? Conclusion: there is a durable, persistent, and economically large correlation between facial attractiveness as men, as measured by their high school yearbook photos, and their earnings in their mid-30s and early 50s. People are going to tell you that you should accept the way that you are, and you should be okay with being overweight, and you should be okay with having greasy, spotty skin, and you should be okay with having yellow teeth and all these imperfections, because people have imperfections, and it's okay not to make any effort into the way that you look. These people are wrong, bro. The world is a cruel and unfair place. You're going to be judged on the way that you look. Everyone's going to judge you on the way that you look. So I might as well do the best I can and look the bloody best I can. I will take your grubby, fat-looking, greasy, caterpillar-looking appearance, and I will cocoon you and metamorphose you in this video into a beautiful 9 out of 10 top 1% butterfly by the time you've watched this. All you have to do is follow the actionable steps to go from this to this. There was a study done on what facial features do women find attractive. And basically what they did, they got a load of women and they got two different faces. They got one face that was a normal face or a slightly feminine face, a big L to the guy that they did this to. And then the second face was like a more masculine imposed image of the first guy. So they basically added more masculine features. A lower brow, a more defined muscular face, a wider face, a more defined jawline are a few of the things that they did. And lo and behold, the women consistently selected the more masculine features every time were perceived as being more attractive between the two people. I found this image as well, and I thought I'd run my own study and ask a load of girls on my WhatsApp which they found more attractive. Every single girl on my WhatsApp that I asked found the one on the left more attractive. And that just happens to be the one with more masculine facial features as well. What is attractive and what are people looking for? First thing is symmetry. Facial symmetry. How symmetrical is our face? The second thing is an appearance of health. Our skin, our hair, our eyes. Like, what is it looking like? Have we got like a clapped out hairline that's barely holding on for dear life? Masculinity is another one that's largely a factor of attractiveness. How our face structure is. Does our face look masculine or feminine? And then the fourth one is plain or simple faces. In the sense that like you're not some deformed elephant man looking freak. Like it is relatively normal looking, but we'll ignore that last one. That's going to take a lot of surgery. If you are the elephant man watching this right now, you probably need a different video to this one. The good news is that every single one of those things can be improved relatively easily. I'm going to start at the things that you can do to change your face right now in terms of being more attractive, and then basically go into the more in-depth, longer things as we go along. We'll start at the top and we'll slowly go down. This video is not sponsored by anyone at all, by the way. Like I might plug huge supplements in there or a sponsor that I have monthly, but there's no like actual company sponsoring this video. So I will mention companies and stuff in there that I actually use, but full transparency, I didn't want anyone to sponsor this, just so it stays like as unbiased and helps as many people as possible without you having to wonder like, oh, maybe he's only doing this to get money. What do all these traits have in common? Like what do they mean? What do they signify? The thing they have in common is they are all indicators of fitness, and not like going to the gym fitness, but fitness, Darwinian fitness, in the sense that, okay, if this person has these things, they are likely to produce the best, most high quality offspring. And if I mate with them, my DNA, my offspring are more likely to reproduce and be healthy and be aesthetic, beautiful sick cunts. So ultimately, when we're increasing our attractiveness, we're basically saying, look, if you fuck me, I'm going to make you some good children. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Hair is one of the easiest things you can change. Getting a decent haircut can completely transform the way that you look. It will transform your jawline, literally how fat your face looks, make your face look slimmer and leaner, those masculine features that we're going for. Look at this dude here, right? It has completely transformed the way that he looks. On the left, his face looks much rounder, much fatter, much like baby, much more boyish. And then he's got the sides shaved. He's actually taking care of his appearance. He's looking like a better jawline, more of those masculine facial features that we want. And through just getting a haircut, it's completely transformed the way that his face looks. It's taken like 20 pounds off his face. This guy's gone from homeless pedophile nonce man to decent looking chap with a solid hairline who looks pretty damn presentable. So the first thing you can do is your hair. Now I'm trying to grow it out and get a bit more of like a rich daddy's trust fund 90s fuckboy look going on. So we're doing it once every couple of weeks at the minute. Hair is one of the easiest things that you can do. Keep the sides nice and short with the barbers, keep them trimmed, keep them in check. That's going to make your face look slimmer, make you look a lot more presentable, like look a million times better instantly from doing that. And try and get a haircut as well that like suits your hair type or suits the way that you look. For example, if you've got maybe a clapped out hairline, I'd get something that doesn't necessarily not like a comb over. When I used to have a clapped out hairline, for example, I would get a mid to high fade from a 0 on the clippers on the side, fade it up so it complemented the recede a little bit more. Then I just brush everything back so I wasn't like giving myself a comb over or hiding it, but keep the sides a tiny bit longer. So to have it longer on the top to make my hair look thicker, and then just shave the sides like on a mid to high fade from a grade 0 up to the top just to get rid of that temple bit. I kind of still do have it now, so it complements the shitty hairline that I naturally have. So get a haircut that suits your hair type, boys. In terms of products for your hair, this is what we've got back here. Depending on your hair type, depending on what you want your hairstyle to be like, you should use different things. So for me, I've got quite thin, light hair. Basically for my hair, I want something that's going to weigh it down a little bit, give it like that textured, weighty look, add a bit of weight to it, thicken it out. So I use clays, putties, pastes. Another absolute essential, lads, that's really easy to use is like hair dust fiber stuff as well. It's pretty damn good, but just experiment with some like different premium brands until you find one that you like. You might be thinking, Mo, that's all well and good, but my hairline is receding and I'm basically bald. If you're on the path to being bald, like you don't like your hairline's a bit clapped out, you've noticed it getting thinner, you've noticed it receding, there are things that you can do if you can act now. So I've done a load of videos on this because hair loss is something that's deeply like really affected me, especially when I was younger. I put a video here when I was like 19, like look how clapped out this guy's hairline is. It is absolutely awful. There is so much that you can do for it. So I'm not gonna go into great depth, but I'd say to you, get on finasteride straight away. That is the most important thing. You can start on a lower dose of 0.5 milligrams every day or 1 milligram every other day. It's basically the same efficacy. And then I'd probably increase to 1 milligram every day. It's what I'm doing right now. Or you can use a topical solution, minoxidil once daily in the PM, pipette it directly into the scalp, and then microneedling as well once a week. Maybe you don't want to do that, or maybe you're too far gone. And if you want to shave your head, that is completely fine, bro. Like personally, I think that people generally with hair are perceived as being more attractive because it's one of the things that is an indicator of health. If someone has no hair, it's like, it doesn't matter how you want to sugarcoat it, they're going to be perceived as being less attractive. It's a cold, harsh truth in the world. It's the same as like, if I didn't have my little finger, if part of my body was missing, that would make me less attractive. If I had lymphedema in my leg, which I do, that makes me perceived as being less attractive, unless I become like really confident and overcome it, like you can do if you're going bald, just by shaving it off. I might one day be at the stage where I'm gonna have to go bald because my hair's still pretty thin on top and there is no cure for hair loss. Just do it, boys. I've lived life as a bald man for a little bit and it was thoroughly enjoyable. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. After my hair transplant, I got my head shaved. Well, during it, I could have kept the hair, but I wanted to experience like what it was like being bald to get over that insecurity. And it's really not that bad at all. Like people look absolutely sick bald. Guys actually look better bald. Get big and jacked, get some tattoos, and you will look absolutely fantastic. Facial hair. This is something that can make you more respected as a man if you've got good facial hair. I literally talk about this firsthand. I was chatting to Hamza about this a while ago, I think. And we're just talking about how men will literally treat you differently and respect you if you have like a thick, full beard that you've grown out. At the minute, I've kind of shaved it off down to 1 mil. Like I'll explain what I do for my facial hair in the moment, but I used to have like a thicker, fuller beard, like when I wanted to be perceived a certain way or when I was getting a bit fatter. If your facial hair looks anything like this, do not try and grow it out. You look pathetic. It looks stupid. Bro, don't do it, boys. It makes you look dirty, unclean. It makes you look awful. If you want to get good stubble eventually, there are things you can do. So you can microneedle. You can actually put minoxidil onto your face. I'm genetically blessed with pretty good facial hair. But it wasn't always that way. When I was like 20, 21, 22, 23, growing up, my facial hair was very patchy. I used to have big patches down here at the sides. It wasn't great. And the reason it's got better is literally, lads, trust the process. Is the main thing is time. Well, it's going to be two things. One thing is time. Like as you get older, your facial hair is going to grow through. It's going to get better. It might take a bit of time. And also the other thing that's made it better is putting the minoxidil to grow my hair on my head also impacts body hair everywhere else. Just be patient, kings. But what you can do if you don't have like a fantastic jawline or a little bit overweight is you can actually grow out stubble and then line it all up and use it to make your jawline look more defined and pointier. Like Dan Bilzerian does this. There's a few people like, look how awful some people look without a beard. So if you're one of these people that has like maybe a naturally bad facial structure, we'll get on changing it in a little bit. But if you're like that right now, or if I'm bulked, then I'll actually grow a beard or grow some stubble through just to like make my jawline look a lot better and kind of get those masculine, wider facial characteristics. How do you shave? Okay, so with stubble, the best thing I found is a Phillips One blade. Nothing comes close to a Phillips One blade in terms of either a completely dry shave, like getting rid of all the hair, or just keeping the stubble. I like to go to 1 mil at the moment, and my face is a little bit leaner just so I look a bit more boyish. I probably managed to knock like 5-10 years off my age. Like this was literally a few months ago, like body fat as well. Obviously I'm fatter, but this is a few months ago at the start of the year. I think it's about 4 months ago. And then this is me now. Like the difference is absolutely crazy. So what I like to do is line up the bottom of my lip with like a point on my ear to create like a nice straight line across the stubble. Then I'll use a single blade razor just to shave in that sick line if I got a little bit more time. And I'll do the same thing on the bottom of my neck. Next up, we have one of the most underrated things that guys can do to instantly, you can do this right now to instantly improve your appearance. And you'll get people to be like, oh bro, that's so gay, you pluck your eyebrows, like the amount of compliments that I've received on my eyebrows, and they're not even that great, they could be better because I'm kind of slack with it and I just rush it in the morning, is massive, mate. I'm going to persuade you right now why you should pluck your eyebrows as a bloke. And the reason for that is we know that a low brow height is indicative of high testosterone. It's one of the key features that women find attractive. It's going to make you look a million times better. Like if we look at this image here, one of the key differences in this image that every single person I asked found more attractive is the main thing is a low brow. It is more masculine. It signals more high testosterone. It looks a million times better versus, oh, hello, nice to meet you. I'm a really nice guy with nice high eyebrows. How are you today? Can I pay for your drink? It's just basically more of a bad boy, fuck boy look that has an evolutionary biological basis. So we want to achieve a perceived lower brow height, and we can do that, boys, through plucking out eyebrows. What you want to do is get some eyebrow plucking tweezers. It's going to make your life a million times easier. Less is more to begin with. And basically what you want to do is pluck your eyebrows from the top down. Never pluck them. I used to do this from the top down and the down up, because then you get this like moon-shaped, nice guy looking eyebrow versus this like hunter snake eyes that make you look mysterious and make you look a million times better. Spotty, greasy, blemish skin. The insecurity of many, many people. And I never used to have, like, I'm pretty damn happy with my skin now. I never would have thought that I'd have such good skin. When I was younger, I used to suffer from acne like a little bit. It wasn't like anything major. A lot of people have it worse. But man, I was still very insecure about it and I wasn't happy about it. You only need 3 things for good skin. Number 1 is a moisturizer, any generic facial moisturizer, not any super expensive one, an SPF with UVA and UVB protection in it, and something called tretinoin. This last thing has completely transformed my skin. It's anti-aging. It gets rid of blemishes. I had like a lot of patchy, blemishy skin. I'll try and find the photos of before and after using it. It is literally magical stuff. So every day in the morning, what you want to do is you want to put a moisturizer on with the SPF in it to protect you from the sun. The tretinoin can actually make your skin a little bit sensitive to sun when you first start using it. It is savage stuff. It can dry out your skin as well. So it's important to start on like a low concentration. It's got to be prescribed in the UK, but you can get it prescribed online. So companies like Dermatica do it, or you can do what I do. And when you go to Thailand, just buy like heaps of it, bring it all back and then keep it in your fridge and stock it up because it is so good. I use this every single day, bro. Wash your face properly as well in the morning and evening. Like shower every day, you dirty slime ball. Then I put on my tretinoin and then I put on my moisturizer before I go to bed. And that is literally it. The other absolutely huge one is diet. If you're eating shitty, greasy foods 24/7, you're going to get shitty, greasy skin. So get your fiber in, get your micronutrients in, make sure you're taking care of your diet and your skin, your hair, like everything. You're going to glow. Health is going to be a million times better. As we're on the subject of skin, tan. Your tan will completely change your appearance as well. If you're more tanned, you're going to look like you have more defined muscles. You're going to look like you have bigger muscles. You're going to look like you have better muscular insertions across your body. Your teeth and your eyes are going to look whiter as well due to the contrast effect. So you're actually instantly going to look like you got whiter teeth. So you're going to want to get a tan. What I like to do, the kind of a secret that I like to use is this stuff that's, I put it on screen, I can't remember the name, but it's basically this tanning in the bottle spray bronzing moisturizer. It's not like a spray tan that you like lather on. You spray it on, then your skin will gradually go darker as the moisturizer reacts to your skin and you get this like natural sick looking tan. That is the secret to it. If you live somewhere that isn't super hot, you don't want to get spray tans and like you don't want to smash tanning beds. This is the big one and I've saved the best till last. Jawline. How do you get a good jawline? How has my jawline gone from this to this? Like How have I done that? You are not going to want to hear this, but the biggest thing that you can do to improve your jawline is get less fat. That is literally it. People do not talk about it enough, but the number one thing above everything else is body fat. The amount of body fat that you have, like the difference between these two photos here and here is 10 kilograms, 22 pounds of weight. And that has all come off my jaw. I'm probably starting to get too lean now as my face is getting gaunt because I've got a men's physique show. I've like dieted down massively. So I've made loads of videos on losing weight, on getting leaner. There's one here I did for summer on keeping it off. Watch these videos if you want some help with this. But basically all you want to do is start by doing 10,000 steps a day. Start by doing 4 times 25-minute cardio sessions a week. Walking on a treadmill, not fucking holding onto that treadmill, literally walking on a treadmill, maximum incline. Make good, healthy food choices. Track your weight every single day, get on a structured training plan every single day. And if you start doing those things from not doing them, you are probably going to lose a ton of weight. What you can then do is hit me up on the Physique Incubator for structured training and meal plans for as little as £22 a month or for one-on-one coaching. So what can we do other than that? What can we do to actually improve those facial, those jaw muscles, make our face look wider, more masculine, a more defined, prominent jawline? You know what I'm going to say. And first of all, I've never done this myself. I don't really think, I'll explain why I haven't done it, and I'll explain why you probably shouldn't do it, but that is mewing. Do I think that mewing works? Yes, I do. Do I think I need to do it, or can I be bothered to do it? No, I can't. Do I think there's other ways to improve that facial structure and the way that I look? Yes. Do I think that you should do it? Maybe. If you're someone that looks like a mouth breather, like this, so you have this recessed chin, you have this like sticky out nose, this bad posture, then I would 100% start mewing. A mouth breather is when someone breathes through their mouth and it actually changes the way that our facial structure works. You've probably seen a lot of people like this. You might be one of these people yourself. There's a really famous case study that literally looked at this 10-year-old boy, and it showed him with a normal face when he was younger, like a square, chiseled, like on a round, normal 10-year-old jawline. And then as he got older, he turned into this like mouth breathing, McLovin looking guy as his chin recessed, his nose pointed out, and he got this awful posture. And the reason for this is because he had a gerbil in his room, and he was allergic to the gerbil in the room, which blocked up his airway. So at night, rather than breathing through his nose, this kid would start to breathe through his mouth. And this constant mouth breathing, as he was getting older, as he's growing up, caused facial structural changes where the chin drops, the nose appears bigger, the mouth's open, and you get this super unaesthetic, feminine, horrible looking look. If you're someone that breathes through their mouth a lot, or you snore, like, you need to stop doing this, boys. So what happens is when we start to rely on our mouth for breathing, our tongue will drop to allow air into the airway, to like, we change our tongue posture, like our tongue will literally go down so we can breathe through our mouth, like when we're asleep, and the head will come forwards like this as well to open up the airway a little bit more. Tape your mouth, like that is actually a thing that could help this mouth taping. Then you breathe through your nose and you'll improve that posture. And then what you can also do is mewing as well. So I'd say if you're in a situation where you actually want to improve that face structure, mewing has the potential to help it. I've never done it because like I don't really need to do it. I think the majority of people don't need to do it. But if you're someone like this and I looked like that, I would do it. This is a step-by-step guide on how you actually mew. So ideally, right, the idea is that you should be able to close your mouth and put your tongue to the top of your mouth, like press it flat against the roof of your mouth when your jaw is clenched. And you should like be able to do that without your teeth getting in the way. If you can't do that, it's said that your teeth are too narrow due to like diet, due to genetics, due to us eating soft food. Like there's literally African tribes that have fantastic sick teeth, and then us in the West have like shitty teeth, and that's thought to be down to allergens, down to diet, eating soft like baby like shitty foods, like a highly processed food diet. And we need like tough things to actually get our teeth in line and get our teeth looking good when we're growing up, when we're developing. So you're meant to do this for 20 minutes a day. Is you lock your jaw, so you lock your teeth, you put the tongue to the roof of your mouth, so you suck it up to the roof of your mouth. And then what you want to do is be able to swallow and be able to breathe with the tongue in that place, like pushed firmly against the roof of your mouth with your jaw locked. The people that do this definitely have autism. Like the people that I've met that are obsessed with mewing are definitely autistic. But bro, it does actually work, which is quite crazy. Like the results before and after that I've seen like firsthand are pretty mental. Other things that we can do that are not spoken about to actually improve the way that we look and build up those jawlines. You can go to Ibiza, take a shit ton of drugs and MDMA, and then all that chewing overnight on like chewing gum and other things is going to actually build up a jawline. Obviously, that is purely hypothetical and a joke. Final thing that gets an honorary mention is teeth. And this is probably one of the most expensive things to change and one of the hardest things to change. But I'm going to give you a life hack to instantly get whiter teeth, exactly the same as the dentist would do for you, at about 1/10 of the price. So if you want that Hollywood white teeth looking smile, this is the secret and the thing that I do. I was actually told to do this by a friend of mine who's a dentist. This is exactly the same as what they were doing with dentists. So what you want to do is don't use whitening toothpastes ever. That will stain your teeth and make them look worse long term. Any of these like whitening kits of like UV lights and all that stuff, that is BS. That does absolutely nothing. You want to stay away from like whitening strips as well, because they can actually damage your teeth and like make your teeth really sensitive. What you want to do is, I'll put a link down below if I can find it, or I'll put a picture on screen now, is go onto Amazon and find a do-it-yourself impression molding kit for your teeth. So this is literally what the dentist is going to do when you pay like $600, $700 to go in there and get this done. They're going to take an impression of your teeth, which you do at home. They're going to send it off to a third party. They're going to make you a retainer, like a flexible, soft retainer that loosely fits over your teeth. And then what you can do is go online and buy this 10% carbamide peroxide. This is exactly the same as what the dentist would give you. So then what you want to do is put like the tiniest bead on the actual retainer that you've got, like on every tooth that you want like whitened, just on the front and just on the front teeth. And then when you go to bed, brush your teeth, dry your teeth, and then put it in, leave it in overnight. Do that for a week until you get like the desired whiteness of your teeth, or a little bit of sensitivity, because it will make your teeth sensitive, and then stop doing it. So literally once a week, I just do this to maintain my whiteness of my teeth. Even though I drink like 5 coffees a day, every single day, eat loads of food that stains my teeth are looking pearly white. Do not get a full mouthful of veneers, boys. Like, I've had tooth veneers on my front teeth, but I needed to get it done because I smashed up my teeth. It's always going to be better to keep your teeth. And if you do get the money for it and you want straight, good, natural looking teeth, composite bonding is really good, and something like Invisalign as well, or a brace, just to actually naturally straighten them out. But yes, boys, that is how you can go from ugly to pretty damn good looking and improve every measurable metric of your reality. And like, I know I like to joke and be a douchebag online and be like controversial and polarizing all this stuff, but I'm only saying this because you can improve the way that you look. You can improve every measurable metric, your reality. You can improve literally everything. And all it takes is a bit of effort. How you do anything is how you do everything. And if you feel good, if you're confident in yourself, if you actually take care of your appearance and you have some self-respect, then every single area of your life is going to benefit. But yeah, lads, if you want to support me, Physique Incubator is my platform for custom meal and training plans. I'll literally get you a complete custom meal and training plan. Everything you need to get in mad shape, structured training, meal plan, macros, resources, exercise library, yada, 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 yada. I'm currently full for one-on-one coaching as well, if you want to get work directly with me as your coach. But I'll put a waiting list down below if you want to get involved with that. And if you want to grab any of the tastiest, best dosed supplements or vitamins for your health, for the gym, in the game, huge supplements on my go-to, code MO to get 10% off, and then Vanquish, all the gym clothes that I wear in all of my Instagram posts, everything, code MO10 to get 10% off those as well. If you found this valuable, drop a like. If you made it to the end, I absolutely love you. Drop a comment for the algorithm to please the algorithm gods, because I'm currently shadow banned on Instagram now as well. Follow me at MoSamus if you don't already, because this is the only thing keeping my Instagram alive. It's actually crazy. And yeah, peace out. I love you to bits. Thank you. Good night.